When you call an abuse hotline, how are tips being investigated? The father of a boy with disabilities who died while in state care says they're not being treated as an emergency. But News 10 ABC's Lindsay Nielsen went to the Justice Center in Del Mar to see how they weighed in on those accusations. She joins us there live now. And Lindsay, what was their response?
Alisa, a spokesperson for the Justice Center here in Del Mar, tells me that the agency is a law enforcement agency itself and that it has investigators that are trained and that investigate every report made by callers here to the center. But the local advocate I talked with says he believes they should be calling 911 directly, but the agency explained to me why they are not the ones who are making calls to 911. Michael Carey's autistic son, Jonathan, died at the hands of a state employee in 2007. He's now an advocate for the disabled. He stopped in Albany today as part of his 600-mile journey for justice across the state. He says the New York State Justice Center, created by Governor Cuomo last year to protect those with special needs, is not doing that at all.
We're pleading for people to reach out to their legislators, their assemblymen, their senators, and we're demanding federal investigations of this fraudulent state abuse hotline. They are bypassing 911.
I headed here to the Justice Center in Del Mar to ask about how these calls are handled. They declined to go on camera, but did explain to me what happens once these calls are made. Spokesperson for the New York State Justice Center, Diane Ward, says the first question asked to a caller is it an emergency? And if it is, they direct the person to call 911 immediately. Ward says the agency is a law enforcement agency. She says, quote, Justice Center staff includes trained investigators with the authority to make arrests. The Justice Center also has a special prosecutor. Ward says the agency employs around 95 investigators that determine if any of these reports are criminal acts, and if so, they are prosecuted, as the agency, she says, works hand in hand with local police, state police, and district attorneys across the state. I did speak with the Albany County District Attorney's Office today, and they tell me that it does receive, at times, notifications from this center. Live in Del Mar, Lindsay Nielsen, News 10 ABC.